Well, I know not everybody's into numbers, but some people were asking me to provide my money report for September, and there you have it. Today's Sunday, October 6th. So I thought I did a lot of traveling, but because I know I went to New Brunswick, Quebec, Texas, Manitoba, but then when I checked my miles, I only did 7,697 miles. So I combined here a few income streams. Um, I mean, I split them up so that you guys see. So that's what I made in from trucking, 15,589 bucks. Then whenever I spend, I buy something in Canada, because there's very high sales tax in Ontario, Canada, for example, I get that back. So that's a kind of, HST. I get it every month, so that's sort of an income too. So 612 bucks came from that. I made a whole bunch of money on YouTube this month, 598 bucks 52 cents. Thanks for watching my videos. And something new I decided to show you today is the fuel discounts. I get these thanks to the fact that I'm a Landstar driver. Some of them, sometimes they're like 6 cents per gallon, sometimes they're much higher. It all depends where I fuel. So TA is the best, TA and petrol are the best truck stops for Landstar drivers, and then the next one is Love's. So that was my gross income for the month, 17,046 bucks. So if you look at the gross revenue per mile on all miles, because this combines my empty and loaded, that's what I made, 221. But then of course I had a whole bunch of expenses, unlike a company driver. So I spent a lot of money on fuel because I had to buy it in Canada. So that's $5,531. Repairs, that includes supplies as well. And here was my last payment for the tires. I think it was like 343 bucks. So that's $843 went for repairs. Tolls were 399 bucks. I'm leasing my laptop for 75 bucks. Internet for US and Canada and my cell phone is $315, but that number of course it's too high. It should be lower, but you should remember that I'm Canadian, so I'm trucking in 2 countries. So I have to use internet both in Canada and US, and my cell phone both in Canada and US. And for that you need a special plan, which is expensive. If I was an American and just needed the internet and phone only for 1 country, that number probably would be like 3 times less. Now this is my insurance, 637 bucks. Licensing was $63. I spent $198 on hotels, and here I only count hotels outside of Canada. I mean outside of Cambridge, Ontario. Landstar charged me 36 bucks 25 cents, and some guys don't like this because basically Landstar charges you for everything. Each time I take money as a pre-trip cash advance, or whenever I use my fuel card to take money out of a bank machine or ATM, or each time I scan documents to send to Landstar, they charge a fee. Now my parking increased in this month because now I have 2 trailers, so it's 250 bucks a month for parking in a private lot. And then this is something that you probably won't see in expense columns of an owner operator, but I have a whole bunch of lease payments now. I don't pay for my truck, but this is my new step deck, 847 bucks. This is the flatbed that hopefully I'll be able to sell next year. And then I'm still paying for the sliding tarp, which I had years ago, but this was a non-cancelable lease. It expires in January 2015, basically at the end of next year, right? So that payment will be gone. So that payment will be gone. This payment will be gone. But all in all, this month, that's my total expenses. But now I only show here like business-related expenses. I don't show my, let's say, my car payment or something, but so that people that maybe drive for a company can kind of figure out what they will be paying if they were an owner-operator. But here, of course, you don't even have to have a trailer, right, to be an owner-operator. But if you have your own trailer, probably it'll be only one payment, not three. But then I'm not paying for the truck, so basically make your own conclusions. So that was my net income, 6,500 bucks, not bad. And that was my net revenue per mile, 85 cents. And I'm happy with that because that's roughly 2 times more than a company driver would make. And the good news is that I started to save money for a lowboy or a double drop trailer, and Landstar deducts automatically 8% from each settlement. And so far, I call it lowboy fund. That's what I have, 853 bucks and 49 cents. So I know you can get a cheap one, like a really bad, bad condition that needs to be fixed. I saw on truckpaper.com, like 11,000, 12,000. So that's what I'm shooting for. Just buy a very cheap 3-axle RGN and then fix it up and start hauling machinery and equipment. So that was my money report for September 2013. Thanks for watching.